Welcome to another Manitowoc Garage video. This session is built using Folio F2331 ground bearing pressure screen, Folio F2267 main display operation, Folio F2269 rated capacity limiter operation, and of course publication CTR 224, the crane operator's manual. So let's get started with in-cab ground bearing pressure display. This Manitowoc Garage video assumes that the crane operator is thoroughly familiar with the main display and how to operate it. If in doubt, read and thoroughly understand Folio F2267 and the MLC650 main display operation manual. Now, using the crane's jog dial or display keypad, navigate to the menu screen and to the icon shown here in orange. This icon represents the ground bearing pressure screen. Once the ground bearing pressure screen is accessed, the operator can view the ground bearing pressure information as shown here. The information shown in the red box can either be PSF or kPa. PSF stands for pounds per square foot. kPa stands for kilopascal. The units of measure, IN, represents inch and can also be shown as M for meters. The information 19.8 ft represents 19.8 feet. It can also be shown in M or meters. This example shows the center of rotation of the crane to the center of the VPC max trolley. The car body is shown with a dark blue shadow. This is shown to keep the operator informed where the pressure points are. The 80-inch represents the width of the crawler pad as configured in this example. Ground bearing pressure is shown by these four positions. These trapezoids represent the distribution of ground bearing pressure from one end of the crawler to the other. The size of the trapezoid at each corner is drawn as a proportion of the maximum corner ground bearing pressure. If the ground bearing distribution is such that one or more corners are not taking any load, the number in the box will show 0, and the trapezoid will turn into a triangle, where the length of the side of the triangle along the crawler represents the contact length. For example, if the theoretical contact length is 50% of the total crawler length, the side of the triangle adjacent to the crawler will only be half the length of the crawler. The rotating bed, counterweight, and boom butt are shown in light blue. The crane's position is turned about 9 degrees. The rotating bed image will rotate to correspond to the crane's actual swing angle. You can see by this example the left rear has a little bit higher ground pressure compared to the right front. Counterweight position for the VPC Max or VPC, depending on how the configuration of the rated capacity limiter rated capacity indicator displays. For configuration, see Folio F2269 RCI RCL Operation Manual for instructions. Here is the section of the box for choosing the type of surface the pad is on. Table 1 will give you the information of the choices. Hard ground bearing estimates utilize the length from the center of the first to the last intermediate rollers and only the absolute flat portion of the crawler path width. Medium ground bearing estimates utilize the length from the first to the last intermediate roller and generally the flat portion of the crawler pad width. Soft ground bearing estimates utilize the length from the center of the idler to the center of the tumbler and the full crawler pad width. When selecting the pad width, a passcode is required. Passcode entry boxes shown require the passcode 2401 and must be entered into the crane display to change the pad width. Use the jog dial or scroll keys to highlight the pad width section of the screen. Press the OK key. Passcode boxes will appear with up and down arrows by the first digit. Using the jog dial or the scroll keys, set the first passcode digit. The passcode is set at 2401. Once you repeat the process to enter all 4 digits in the passcode, press OK. The pad width icon will change from either the wide pad to the narrow pad, and you can activate it back and forth. The center of gravity symbol floats over the plane view and moves to show the current location of the crane's center of gravity. The bubble level indicator, see Folio F2267 MLC650 main display operation manual for the instructions. There is also a roll indicator shown in degrees and a pitch indicator also shown in degrees. Thank you for watching the Manitowoc Garage video.